Bumped into another good comrade. Introduce your peoples.
One love. This is my mother.
Bebo.
This is my man Q. Quaran.
Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know about this Bebo. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I just wanna give y'all a little quick story of why we even needed individuals like this. There's a certain amount of respect and fear when we got gangsters in the hood. They give balance to the community. You know what lines not to cross, right? So I'm gonna tell you why. There's so many stories, but I'm gonna narrow it down to one, right? East New York, Hendrick Street. There was a group of individuals that surrounded my house, and a lot of y'all, if y'all know about rugby, y'all know about rugby. I can't give y'all all that, but if you know about rugby surrounded my house, and even though we knew them, this man came out his house and said, if y'all don't get up this corner, if y'all don't get away from my family and people's houses, y'all gonna have a problem.
Wait, but hold on. What is rugby? Because I'm from Brooklyn and I don't even know what you're talking about.
Rugby,
It was a gang?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a gang. It was just a group of individuals that
a specific area.
Yeah, they was just, and I can say we was part of it, but at some point some lines got crossed. Right?
Got you.
And my brother had a fight with one of them, right? And they surrounded my house, but they on a corner and they surrounded my house, and so I came out of his house like, if y'all don't get off this corner and get away from my people's house. And one individual said, who's he? I don't know who the hell he is. Third. Let me tell you the fear that covered the whole crowd. When he said, if y'all don't get off that corner, everybody's like, all right, so cool, that's your family. And that one dude spoke out. If you'd have seen the look on TuT's face when that one dude said that, everybody was like, yo, what are you doing? That's TuT, what are you doing? Don't do that. You don't cross those lines. And what I mean by that is that it was about 50 dudes on the corner, and he made all of them get off the corner. It's not even saying that we couldn't even handle it. But when he said what he said, they dispersed.
Why do you think he has so much respect? And what year was this so we can give context to the era?
I would have to give it the 91s, 2s, 3s, 4s. I can't say specifically.
So he had already, this was okay, because 91 I met him. So he had already put a lot of work in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. So his respect was earned.
Absolutely. And that's what I say about where a lot of people try to say the bad that what gangsters do, but there's a lot of good that come with gangsters. I can give you a number of stories. Every time, I'm not going to glorify me being incarcerated, but when I was incarcerated, everywhere I went, they going, you TuT man, TuT told me you was here, this, or that, the third, and then they fall off back. I'm just going to give you one more story, right? We was in Brooklyn House. I came in the gym. I got my jewelry on, and I walk in the gym. I see TuT and some people over there. I see this dude named Nut. I'm gonna say Nut. He on a pull-up bar, and he a big dude. He walked with a little limp or whatever, and he looked at me, and he was coming to me for my change. I looked at TuT, looked at him. TuT just said, Bebo. And he looked at TuT, he looked at me, and he came up to me, he was like, shorty, I was gonna blow your head off for them chains, even though that's what he thought he was gonna do. But for the most part, all this man had to do was just give that signal.
That Bebo.
He gave that signal. Nut looked. He looked at him. He looked at me. I said, Bebo, and he already knew that that's family. Yeah. And he fell back. Yeah. So there's a level of respect that comes with gangsters. It's set a precedent. We're not gonna glorify fear, but sometimes fear is needed. It's just needed sometimes because it set a level of respect. It set a balance.
He always been a protector.
Yeah, absolutely.
King, what do you say about this?
Absolutely.
And y'all had a responsibility. You know, I was raised and groomed in a specific way to operate in a manner that I felt at that time was necessary. And I did my job, you know. I know today now that a lot of the things that I did were wrong, but at that time, it seemed to me like it was a necessary evil in order to survive and thrive in the streets that I came from, you know. I honestly believe that during those years, when it came to the East New York section of Brooklyn, I was a gatekeeper, I was a guardian, I was a protector.
That's a fact.
And that's what I did.
That's a fact.
And unfortunately, I hurt a lot of people. But many times I had really good intentions. I just was groomed in the wrong way. But I got it right today. And I'm going to keep it right.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. I love that. ENY Stand Up Brooklyn.
That's right.
See ya.
Y'all see what it is, East New York.
All right.
Forever.
Yeah.